Good morning, geeks and gamers. Welcome into another highly anticipated episode of Geeks and Gamers Daily. I brought out the big guns today. The man that's about to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
We might be saying that for the next 2 months.
It's never been done. He's the first person that's ever done it. Drunk 3PO in the house.
Might be saying that for the next 2 or 3 months. Unless like some major controversy happens.
That would be funny. That would be funny if you just don't make it.
I know. I just stop at 98 and that's it. Just never grows.
That would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. How you doing, man?
If it ever got to that point, I don't know. I'd hire an expert, like one of those YouTube experts, to figure out how to. Can you help me get this last 1,000? I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm back on daily again. I think this is number 3.
Can't get rid of this guy. Can't get rid of this guy.
I'm sure that's why we're having record low numbers. So,
you know, it'll happen. It happens from time to time. So what can you do? What can you do? But I'm having fun. I'm having fun with all the nonsense going on the internet right now. The internet is an absolute war zone. And did you see? Everybody was talking about this yesterday. Did you see the picture of Trump watching Biden?
Yeah.
And then everybody said it looked like WWE. Like
I was gonna pull that picture up. That's so great with Bret Hart standing there. It's exactly what it looked like.
It's how wrestlers will watch wrestling backstage.
So good.
It's so great, dude. I love it so much. It's the perfect picture. If you watched wrestling back in the day,
yeah, you totally knew. Like that was my first thought. I was like, dang, Donald, like, is he gonna like run down the ring, you know, and like knock him out in the White House? That's my first thought.
Oh, it's so funny, man. Vince McMahon's got to be running that campaign. He's got to be running it. So Vince,
well, Linda McMahon did speak, didn't she? She did speak.
Yeah, she did speak. I don't remember if I was. Where was I when she spoke? Because I was not in the arena. I might have been on the outskirts. I might have been running around live streaming, but I didn't get to hear Linda McMahon speak. But yeah, so damn funny. I saw that yesterday and I was dying. But we got a lot to talk about today. We've got this big news for the Gina Carano Disney lawsuit. And I think we're going to break some of that down. Jay's got a lot of information on that. And of course, the MrBeast story. Just continuing to be a huge topic on the internet. So we'll get into that as well, among other internet things. But first things first, let's get a few of these super chats. Mr. Groomer for $1. Thank you. PP Poo Poo Man says, I agree with Jay. Eric July's fire detector says beep. Gohan creates.
That's the great. I'm sorry. That's the great. That stereotype is pretty bad. Like it is. All my I don't want to say anything, it'll get clipped, but that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Gohan Creates says use the drama of MrBeast and Kris Tyson to help you get to 100K. Jay, with a salute.
I know. I should have. These stories are just like, I'm like, they make you angry, you know? It's like I just want to laugh at the dumb stuff. That's like my channel. We just kind of laugh. It's like we laugh at like the Star Wars stuff and everything. It's like you know, this type of stuff gets you aggravated, angry.
Yesterday's presidential address got me angry. My goodness, man.
Oh man,
it was so bad.
That thing looked bad. That thing looked weird.
It looked really.
He didn't have his wedding ring on. Like
it looked like AI, man. It was strange. I was watching that whole thing and I'm like, what is going on right now? But you know, it is what it is. So Slayer 96 says, all hail 199, praise Allah, and scanning in. My movie is still under work, and my first video is now 1 year. Let's see, what does it say? Tyranitar fan made animations 1, 2, 3. Well, keep up the good work, man. We'll all be waiting to see what you're going to come up with. Savvy's Greek feet for $2. Ooh. Please do not show those anymore. No one wants to see that.
It looks like this.
Jay. It's really bad.
That's what her feet look like. Look at that. See, looks just like that.
That's not good. That's not
Savvy's
good.
feet right there. Yeah. So if you want a free foot pick, there it is right there.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I don't understand why Savvy would upload those to the internet for people to see them, but it's her business. So we'll just leave it at that. We're going to spend a little bit of time on this topic. So, Jay, let's talk about what we learned yesterday, the big announcement from Gina Carano and her case against Disney. If you want to give everybody a little bit of backstory on this whole thing, and then we're going to kind of get into the details of what was announced yesterday.
Yeah, well, she was suing Disney for basically wrongful termination and losing her career because of the things that Lucasfilm said about her and things like that. And we had like a false positive, I guess that's what maybe that's the right word, about 3 weeks ago when the Daily Wire decided to report that the case is going into discovery. And everybody was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we're on our way. And then Gina had to come out on Twitter and say, no, that's not what happened. That's not it. That ain't it at all. We haven't had official word. And then as the weeks dragged on, there were a lot of people that were like, it's probably not good for Gina, because that judge is really looking at it and trying to find a way to dismiss the case, something like that. But no, the judge ruled yesterday. We are moving on. So
that means it moves forward to discovery, correct?
It moves to, I ain't a lawyer, but it'll go to discovery or settlement stuff. So we'll see how that goes.
Trust me, Disney does not want it to move to this level at all.
I was thinking about all that, and it's like they have an easy out. They really have an easy out with this case if they take it. So at the end of the day, I know there's people in the chat, there's me, there's others that want certain things to happen in this case. They want Disney to burn, they want Kathleen Kennedy exposed. But at the end of the day, as long as Gina is happy and she finds closure, whatever happens, that's all I want. I just want her to find closure in all this. And if she feels good about whatever happens, then that's that. I don't know any information. I don't know nothing. Just throwing that out there. But at the end of the day, if she's like, I'm happy with what happened, then I'm happy. So then the easy out is this. Bob Iger could come up and say, you know what? I'm going to apologize. I'm going to say this. We're going to do this because I wasn't really in charge when all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mr. Chapstick, Bob Chapek, whatever you want to call him. So he's the guy that did all this, but I'll apologize for his terrible leadership. And that's why, I'm going to do the right thing.
Well, that's what a real leader would do. He's not a real leader, and he's also not allowed to apologize to Gina Carano because the trans mafia would come after him. The pronoun mafia would come after him.
I know. I'm just saying, this company is, I hear you, but I'm just saying, this company is legendary in passing the blame. It's never my fault. It's that person's fault. It's their fault. It's the fans' fault. It's you don't have enough money fault. It's you. It's this, whatever. We didn't make a bad show. There's just bigots and racists that don't like it, and they're making all the noise like that. They just pass the blame. So for me, I think it would be an easy out for them if they pass the blame. That's all I'm saying. It's we could just pass the blame.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, Jay, at the end of the day, we're just going to have to wait and see. But at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to it. I'm the one that says that. Oh. So at the end of the day, we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to ultimately finding out what happens at the end of the day.
I say when it's all said and done. So it's one or two. But here's some, maybe we talked about this before, but this was released yesterday. And maybe I just missed it. I'm not sure, but here is, let's see. Let me pull up the court documents here.
Yeah, I do say at the end of the day all the time, though. I say, I watch a lot of Jeremy John's reviews, and he always says, in the end, when he's trying to wrap up the end, he in the end, the Cobra Kai season 6 brought back the cast. Brought like he always does it like that. If you watch someone enough, you're gonna hear all of their little one-liners that they use. Because spoiler alert, YouTubers aren't very smart. I know that's shocking. I know that's shocking news.
This is when all that stuff was going on. At some point, the defendants began demanding an explanation from the plaintiff and criticizing her for not embracing social media users. Demands that she list her pronouns. I do not remember that. I mean, like I said, we might have said that before. I do not remember Lucasfilm demanding that she list her pronouns. Defendants engaged in plaintiff in long phone calls. I wonder what that would be interesting to see. Constant meetings, and a re-education program. That's what they wanted Gina to go through, a re-education program.
Yes, and then they wanted her to get on a Zoom call with like 40 pronoun warriors.
The defendants required the plaintiff to meet with representatives of the Gay and Lesbians Alliance Against Discrimination. Plaintiff did so gladly, reviewed several documentaries to have her watch. Not satisfied, however, this is the thing. Disney was not satisfied with that. Or let's more Lucasfilm. They were not satisfied. They continued to demand that the plaintiff issue a public apology, including asking plaintiff's publicists to force the plaintiff to issue a statement admitting to mocking and insulting an entire group of people. Lucasfilm wanted her to write that. I've mocked an entire. So next time you see a public apology from someone, Jack Black or anything else that works, just remember this is what they tell them to do. That's crazy. For some reason, I must have missed that. I knew about the re-education program, but admitting to mocking, you must admit in your apology that you mocked and insulted. Was it just for beep, bop, boop? Plaintiff refused. Of course she did. Let's see. Here's the funniest part. Well, it's not funny, but interested in showing her good faith, plaintiff sought to donate to a GoFundMe page created in supporting the transgender community. Upon visiting the website, however, Gina read that the page had apparently been created by a Lucasfilm employee and described the plaintiff as a bigoted actress. What the heck? When did that happen? I missed that too. That when the plaintiff brought this website to Lucasfilm's attention, Lucasfilm denied that any of the employees had created the GoFundMe account. Shortly thereafter, the page was altered.
Holy crap. These people.
Oh, man.
There's so much we're going to find out. And again, look at this, dude. And I said it again for you, Steph. I saw you type it in the chat. Elon Musk. Without Elon, I'm not sure this is happening. Without Elon, I'm not sure this is happening.
I agree.
Elon Musk is so crucial to everything that we're seeing right now. Thank God for Elon Musk. Thank God for him opening so many doors and having so many opportunities for people like Gina Carano, because if you are if you're a person that's not a leftist psychopath, you have to look at the Gina Carano situation and you have to realize she was done wrong. It's not even like a debate. She was done wrong. They defamed her all over her saying something they didn't like, even though what she said wasn't even that bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, so here is the conclusion from the judge. The defendants have failed. They failed.
Nice.
The court denies defendants' motion. It is so ordered. Them old judge terms. Oh. So let it be written. So let it be so. Is that how they said it back during the 10 Commandment days? Anyway, yeah, so this is where they failed. The funny thing is, I keep saying that. The funny thing, because I like to laugh at everything. This is Legal Mindset. He did a great breakdown. Like, I would love to do a breakdown on this, but it would be, I'm not a lawyer. I don't understand half these terms, so I'm just going to laugh at this. They claim that if she wins this, they lose the Mandalorian or something like that. I'll just let him talk. You ready? Should we play it?
Yep. Let's play it. And drop links to Andrew's channel.
Okay.
Everybody. Yeah, for the mods, just drop links.
Therefore, the court denies the motion that their expressive association bars plaintiff claims. Now, next, where their right to control their speech bars plaintiff's suit. So they're saying that they have speaker's autonomy.
Oh, it's not. I gotta go a little bit further.
That's going to impair their. They're going to lose control here with their control over the Mandalorian.
What?
What the fuck?
Back that up.
Saying they're going to lose.
Yeah. I thought I had it perfectly set up. All right, we'll let it ride.
I think it's absolutely preposterous. Specifically, defendants contend that if allowed to proceed, plaintiffs' lawsuit would unconstitutionally interfere with their control over the Mandalorian. What the fuck? They're saying they're going to lose. They're going to lose control over the Mandalorian because of Gina Carano's tweets. How impotent are you as a company that you think you're going to lose control because someone's tweeting mean things? You're fragile little bitches.
He goes on a big rant about that whole thing. He's like, how do you lose control of your own show over like social media posts?
God, man.
He's like, no wonder the judge threw out your dismissal. It's so stupid. Like, he was just like, you made no valid points. So
yeah,
stupid.
and I mean, we're living in a world where, you know, you've got men playing women's sports and nobody's blinking an eye. You know, like these, that when you have the social justice disease, when you have that, as Elon Musk calls it, the woke mind virus, it sends you to a weird place, man. We are dealing with people that are not of this planet in terms of how their minds are operating. Like, oh, we're going to lose control of the Mandalorian because Gina Carano didn't put pronouns in her bio. What the hell are we doing?
I hope Disney's lawyers are like DEI hires.
Oh, I hope
have
so
no
too.
idea what
I hope so too.
And they probably sat back and went, we've got a black female judge, so we're going to win.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything. We're all on the same team, right? No. It doesn't really work like that.
You can't continue on this path, and like you can't continue going in the direction Disney's going and it not all collapse at some point in time. It just can't continue on. Like their decision making and the things that they are doing, it's so flawed. And yeah, you do have a huge platform, you have a huge company, you have a huge legacy, but at some point in time, this can't continue going forward. This just can't. I refuse to believe that they can continue moving forward like this. And again, as we've talked about,
I think it's hilarious.
Like me and you've talked about 10 years ago, there is not none of us could have pictured Walt Disney World being in the position it's in right now 10 years ago. None of us. I couldn't. 10 years ago, if you would have told me Disney World wouldn't be operating on the same level and that Universal would be the preferred destination for families and even somebody like me, I would have called you crazy. It's like there's no way Disney could fuck this up that bad. There's no way. Yet here we are.
Yeah, and their stock today was under $88. I think it bounced back up to 90, but that's pretty wild. It's usually around the 120, 150 range.
It's incredible, man.
Here's the interesting rumor, right? Here's what's whispering in the wind. If you follow the stock stuff, Paul Mutter, he sold
Pearl Mutter.
Yeah, he sold like all his Disney stock, which probably caused it to tank a little bit on top of everything that's going on. So Paul Mutter, when he sold everything, the stock went way down. Now, some people have been saying that he said that if the stock gets to 65, he's gonna buy a ton to get him back on the board, like to have like a lot more control over Disney. So that's just whispers in the wind. I don't know, like you just kind of. I enjoy. That's just kind of like a silly hobby that I have. I listen to a lot of like stock videos and stuff like that, and people talking about this and that. So I think it's, to me, that's entertaining. That's more entertaining right now than
Yeah.
Anyway.
We got Tobak for 50 says, with Earth Defense Force 6 now out, I can tell you guys it's good. It has a bit of an Edge of Tomorrow plot with you getting thrown back into the story of EDF 5 with things looking more hopeless. It sucks you need Epic for crossplay. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying it, Tobak. And if anybody is out there interested in Earth Defense Force 6, Tomac says it's good, but you do need Epic for crossplay. They've got to get the crossplay situation figured out for a lot of these games moving forward. So have you, without going into detail, and I honestly don't know the answer to this question, have you talked to Gina lately, and how is she feeling about the overall situation? If you have, I don't know.
I talked to her yesterday.
So she's feeling
we're getting
pretty
ready
good
to go to Chicago in like 2 weeks, and yeah, she's very happy. She tweeted a response, and she thanked everybody for their support, and she's at a place where she thought she would never be. And just like you said, she's like, if Elon didn't reach out the way that he did, she would never be in this place. So
yeah,
so there
that's
you
awesome,
go.
man.
What's up,
awesome.
Tug?
What's up, Tug, in the house? Yeah, it really is. It really is exciting. And with now all of the momentum going in her direction now, people just need to continue. I would say the most important thing you can do right now, and I know it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, retweeting her and liking her tweets whenever she's talking about this stuff, man. It goes a long way. You know what I mean? So go out there and show her some love and respect, because we've been saying this about Disney for a long time. We've been saying all of this. We've been telling people that this is the direction that they're going, and the things that they're doing and what they did to her was wrong on every single level. It was wrong. It still is wrong. And now hopefully they're going to be exposed for it.
Yeah, I try to, I have so much work I'm trying to do to get these book launched and stuff. I try to stay off of Twitter as much as possible, except when I'm doing something like this. And it's crazy to me. I usually people talk a lot of crap, whatever. People troll. It's fine. That's the internet. Anytime you post something, you better expect it and just get used to it. But that one guy, I just couldn't leave that alone. The one guy that was like, I was at the con in Tennessee and she was hiding and no one was there, stuff like that. It was like, her lines were, she's not in any major movie right now. She's not, she's not on no Tom Cruise level or anything like that, whatever. Right. And her lines are massive, dude. It's just, and I posted pictures of it in a video. I think you retweeted it, Jeremy, yesterday. It's just they had to create lines and they had to move certain people because their booth was getting blocked by her lines, and it's amazing that everyone that walks up, they're like, I really didn't want an autograph, but I just wanted to tell you to keep going. We got your back. It truly shows where the heart of the people are. That social media, Twitter isn't real life, just because people get a lot of traction on something doesn't make it so, and it's beautiful to see. And she loves every moment. She loves when people just, she gets tons of gifts and everything. And it's been very good for her. So put it that way.
Heck yeah, man.
Anyway,
that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I mean, this is a great, kind of corner of the internet and the fandom that has rallied around her and rallies around us. This is what I was talking, and we'll get into this here a little bit later, but it's why I was talking to Jake the Viking the other day on the phone, and we were talking about things, and I was like, he was talking about Geeks and Gamers, and he's like, it's so much different than anything I've been part of. I said, yeah, because all you need to do with our audience is be honest about shit and don't disrespect them. That's really all you have to do. You do that, there's no, you can't be canceled in the community we have. You can't do it because nobody's lying, nobody's faking. We all admit that we're flawed, fucked up individuals in our own way. And that's the whole thing that you're seeing on the internet is this constant projection of like people trying to pretend that they are certain
something that they're
ways,
not.
something that they're not. And I call it the Instagram kind of mentality where people are always trying to project how perfect their life is on Instagram. And they try to give like the absolute best version of their life on Instagram. Whereas in reality, your life's probably falling apart if you're so focused on projecting this perfect image of life. Because if you just use common sense, your life is not perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's life is even close to being perfect. And I'll never forget the comment from Dave Chappelle during one of his stand-up shows. And he was like, my life's like an above ground pool. He's like, it's a pool. I was like, that's so fucking perfect. Because you would think Dave Chappelle has a perfect life because he's Dave Chappelle. But he's like, my life's like an above ground pool. Like, that's so good. Because like having an above ground pool, it's not bad. It's certainly not great because you're like, man, I wish I had a real pool. You know, it's so perfect like that. And I love that mentality of it. And so that's what, you know, Gina's surrounded by people that are not looking for the perfect movie star or the most amazing movies like that have the biggest, you know, budget. It's not like level. That. Yeah, she's just not. And that's never going to be the case. But what we have, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, man. It's pretty damn great.
This is the best chat I've ever. The Geeks and Gamers chat, all you got, even y'all's jokes and when you roast and when you get upset with me, I love it. You guys are amazing. You always turn out. Someone in the chat asked, Jay, will you get a picture with Mark Hamill when you go to Chicago? If I can get a MAGA hat before that, I think I would try. So I think that'd be hilarious. Don't you?
Yes.
I won't pay for it, but I think I could like just backstage be like, hey, Mark, big fan. Let's get a quick. Can I get a quick picture? Like I did with everybody else on these comments.
I would love to see that. That would be great. That would be so great.
So mad. Oh, dude, when I posted that picture, Bree, some people in the comments, I lost all respect for you, Jay. I was like, if you lost respect for me over that, you never had respect for me to begin with. Holy crap.
That is true. That is 1000% true.
They're like, I'm unsub. I can never watch this guy again. I'm like, for a funny, stupid picture with Brie Larson at a Comic-Con. But you know, people that know me like knew the joke. It was funny.
Jay's underwater right now. Man, you are really fuzzy. Are you uploading a video or something?
No.
Yeah, wow. You are very, very underwater. It's all good though. So last night I made a video.
Sound okay?
You sound fine. So last night I made a video on the whole MrBeast thing. We're not gonna get into that topic yet, but in the video I basically said like how I repeated a tweet I was making. I was like, your favorite influencer is full of shit. You know what I mean? Like the more that they project, the more they put out there, like they're not. Your favorite influencer is just a regular person with regular problems and regular flaws. And if they're projecting all this stuff, then they're full of shit. And then somebody in the comments, they said, I agree with Jeremy. All these influencers are full of shit and they're all liars. And then somebody says, well, you're watching one, talking about me. And then Elsa Barrett responded and we go, we know Jeremy's a lying piece of shit, but at least he's honest. And the comments, they're like, what does that mean? And you can clearly tell it was someone that didn't watch Geeks and Gamers. He's like, we know Jeremy's a lying piece of shit, but at least he's honest. And they're like, what the hell does that mean? Do you know you just like contradicted yourself? No one got the joke. That you could tell us a bunch of people that were totally new to the channel.
All right, let me know if I'm back.
You're back. You're back. Okay. Gohan creates for 50. Says going full speed ahead with my Disney Star Wars 3D project. I'm not afraid of Disney's 1984 fear-mongering tactics because they lost it. They are just going scorched earth on their IPs. Don't care anymore. Room is getting done soon for the fans with a salute. That's what's up. Gohan creates Prometheus Creations. Happy to hear that, brother. Happy to hear that.
You want to? Sorry, this is kind of funny in a little way, but Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket is not available at Walt Disney World due to Universal theme park agreement. They can't even sell their own 5e. Universal gets all the money here in Orlando when it comes to like Marvel. That's pretty funny. I just think it's funny. See, I just laugh at stuff, whatever. So
yeah, that's pretty funny. I'm seeing Deadpool today, so I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. I know nothing about it, so we'll see. We'll see. Daniel Live for 20 says, "Hey Jay, sorry about yesterday's daily joke. By the way, love your work and your sense of humor, and would love to get Achromatic Chronicles. Also, Jeremy, you're lame and gay, but you're awesome anyway. Have a great day, guys."
What was the joke?
I don't know.
Did you make fun of me? That's okay. I don't mind it.
We don't mind. We don't mind.
Yeah. I don't care.
In
Let
fact,
it fly, man. Let it fly.
It's not, and not even that we don't mind. We prefer. To be made fun of.
I love the big forehead accounts. The Jay's fat. He's gay. Like, yeah, like keep it coming. Come on.
I mean, I tell people I get uncomfortable with compliments. I just prefer to be roasted. Like that's how whenever like my group of friends, like growing up, it was just like there were no compliments among us. It was always
the compliments were you're a freaking mother trucker.
Yeah.
Maggot. That's what the compliment was.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I remember there was one time where we had like a cousin who was like cross-eyed. We always made fun of him. We sat down to have like a conversation. We're like, well, it's probably pretty mean that we make fun of him. So let's determine what fucked up features we have so we can create. We were trying to determine what our most fucked up features were. So
listen, everybody's got one in their family. Okay, here's the thing: they're ours. They're my family. We roast back and forth. But if somebody else roasts them that ain't part of this circle, it's on. Like,
that's
all right, we're going after them. That's our retard, and we're the only ones allowed to make fun of them, not you guys. So you shut up or you'll deal with the smoke, man. You'll get the flames.
That's right. That's exactly how it goes. That's right there. That's the rule. Man. That's the rule. That's the rule.
Like, my little brother was losing that. Man, this guy on the line's calling me now. Give me the controller. Come on. Let's go. Let's do it. That's how it is. So
oh man. Love it. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Overkill says, "Greetings all. First time super chatting on an account that the economy has decided I shouldn't have money. Hail the 199 and hail Geeks and Gamers." Thank you, Overkill.
Isn't that how we feel about Beardo? I'm sorry. I didn't mean. That's pretty funny.
No, dude, like, so during my MrBeast video, the comment section, they were like, there was somebody in the comments, they were like, because they were, I said the comment of like, I don't remember when I said this. Maybe it was on a live stream, but I was like, you as a boss and as a friend have a responsibility. So like I said something to the effect of like, if one day like Ryan shows up wearing dresses and starts prissing around, I'm probably gonna be like, Ryan, it's time to step away from the internet and go get some fucking help. Same with like Siobhan. Okay, Siobhan shows up wearing a MAGA hat, chewing tobacco one day. I'm gonna be like, Siobhan, you're going through some shit. You might want to go. So then I saw somebody in the comments. They're like, imagine Ryan showing up in a dress, and then somebody says, pretty sure that'll be Beardo before it's Ryan. Oh man, I love it. The Glad says, new MrBeast video incoming. Last miner to leave the circle with Kris wins $1 million in hush money. Damn. Maniac66 says, I've been following all you guys since the Glorious Acolyte days. You guys are awesome. I'd plow Ryan like John Deere in a cornfield. What? I don't know how to respond to that. I don't.
This is not okay. It's just not.
I'm confused. Are you confused, Jay?
I just let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving. Thank you. Oh
Holy
man.
crap.
Golden Nugget says, hi guys. I think you mean Nana had a stroke. Luckily, she's recovering well. Please wish her luck. The last 6 years can go suck it, bro. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Golden Nuggets, we got your back around here, man. We got your back around here. Sorry to hear that. Prayers for Golden Nuggets. The Real Smile Bit for 20 says, did you read the Collider article titled, "Oh, look, the series that ruined Star Wars is still topping the charts"? Funny what source they have to cite that Acolyte is topping the charts. I didn't read that one. Have you read that one, Jay?
Yeah.
You need to make a video. Did you make a video on that one?
Yeah, kind of. I did their last Collider interview, and it was we showed all the viewership from every a legit company that reviewed that show, and these people are getting there. According to Disney, 14 million people turned in. Like that's where I don't know exactly. Maybe not this one where I think they got their number from Rotten Tomatoes. So it's like they have, but the other numbers that they were saying, it was like the best 2024 streaming, and it's like, and then you go to the fine print, and it was like according to Disney. So that's the only metric that they used. It was like Disney sent out a press release saying, hey, we had 11 million people watch it. And it's like, okay, well, I guess we got to go with that number. But then you look at like Samba and Nelson and all these Nielsen and all these others, they're all like, I don't know where they got that number, but this is what we got. And it's
and Collider is garbage. Collider is absolute trash.
Dude, Collider was the one that was like, hey, let's talk about lightsabers that remind them of peepees and wee-wees. And Leslie Headland's like, yeah, that's what I think. It's like,
I hate these people. I hate these people.
Please give me a season 2, though.
B. Barrett for 2 on Rumble says, where does Jeremy take it from other dudes in the end?
Oh, my.
Vault 95 says, Jeremy may be gay, but at least he's gay.
That's pretty good.
Beardo's let's see, trip to Cartagena. What did he say? Was that some kind of mess up he made? I went to Colombia and kept saying Cartagena, but all they were talking about hens from some reason. I guess what?
I went down to Colombia and I kept saying Cartagena, but all they were talking about hens for some reason. I guess they must love their polo. Man, I don't know. Like that's help me out.
Christian Rocker says 49ers cornerback did a live stream with his smoke detector going off. Said he hasn't changed batteries since last season. The stereotype confirmed.
Every time we bring that up to Eric July, he's like, let me tell you something. I changed the batteries. All right. I don't know why my black folk can't change batteries in their fire, but I changed mine. It was so funny, too.
Andrew CR says, at the end of the day, I agree with Jay. At the end of the day, Jeremy's still gay. Spider Claw says, don't know if you guys saw it, but the shill sites are really pushing for X-23 to be the MCU version of Wolverine. Big surprise. Nah, that's not surprising at all. Sir Gromith says, I'm tired of these people using their identity as a shield that it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I agree. Mr. Groomer says, at the end of the day, the day ends at the end. Did you use this picture from my thumbnail today? The MrBeast?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
It does look like it. That's pretty funny, actually. AJ Skyline says, re-education sounds like Mile and Kim Il Sung. Sir Hat says, I refunded EDF 6 because I'm getting EGS. Vittorius says, the judge for Gina's case should have ended with I have spoken or this is the way. Justin Channel says, Jeremy, overnight was reading about the Austin firm shorted Trump's stock recently before the Butler rally. They would have made billions. Yeah, I heard all about that. There's a lot of crazy stuff surrounding the Trump assassination attempt. Insane.
It's hard to believe that was what, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm. This is how
And
quickly
people are
social
just
media
like
moves.
acting like it wasn't a big deal now. I will say, I guess if there is any good news, the other guy that was critically shot left the hospital.
Yeah.
He left the hospital, so
that's good to hear.
good news. Yeah.
Yep. Spartan Bot says the Perlmutter bit having about buying back at $65 isn't a rumor. Comes in an interview when it came out that he had finished liquidating his Disney stock. Cable Watson says bigger predator, Kris Tyson or the Doc? Kris Tyson, in my opinion. Shane Bentley says, I've been trying to cancel Jeremy for years for being a Bama and Tom Brady fan. Being a fan of both of those is like being Emperor Palpatine. Well, now I'm a Tua fan. Tua Tagovailoa, not Hot Tua. God, I'm so tired of that meme.
Man, Tua put on some weight. I'm not happy with that.
I'm interested to see how he's. Did he put on a lot though? Like, is it like muscle mass or is it weight?
I guess we'll see. I wasn't studying his arms and chest, but I just saw reports. They're like some concerning with Tua that he has put on some weight before the season. So I don't know. He needs to be fast so he doesn't get knocked out. Anyway, that's another conversation for another day.
Ron Cook says Gina, America's sweetheart. Karen July says, Jay, if you cyber stalk and harass Mark Hamill, I'll have to give him the number to bully hunters. We call the police on people like you.
I would never do that to Mark. Gina has tweeted at Mark a few times, so it will be interesting to see if anything will be said backstage. So we'll see what happens.
David Nelson says, what does Joe Biden and Frank Gore have in common? Bad strokes of luck in Vegas. Hail the 199. God dang. That was brutal. That was brutal right there. Go On Create says, best J jokes are the J small bus memes. Daniel Live says, it was the Hey Eats J joke.
Oh, okay. No, that was fine. You're good.
Jay's fat cankle for $1. Tobias next is, which happens first, Ryan in a dress or a fursuit?
If I had a fat cankle, I'd just drill a hole in it and drain that gravy out.
It's a fursuit. Fursuit's happening. I guarantee it. Okay, we got to talk about MrBeast. So obviously there's a lot of controversy surrounding the biggest YouTuber on the platform, Mr. 300 million subscribers. And so there was this all happened in the last 48 hours. It feels like it's been kind of crazy. So Kris Tyson, who has been with the MrBeast channel since the beginning, I guess I don't know if he was ever really considered a controversial figure. He did have a lot of edgy tweets and edgy things that he said a long time ago. And then a couple of years ago, out of nowhere, he starts turning into a woman and starts having weird pronouns and dressing up in dresses and makeup and abandons his family, his wife and his kid. And there was a big controversy surrounding that. Sunny V2 made a video titled why Kris Tyson will soon become a nightmare for MrBeast. Of course, a lot of people that are mentally unstable with pronouns in their bio had a problem with that video and they started crying about it. MrBeast himself responded by saying that essentially anybody that's criticizing Kris Tyson is just being transphobic and he's tired of all the transphobia out there, yada, yada, yada. Then now you fast forward to now and all of these allegations of Kris Tyson grooming underage children start to surface on the internet, and it's becoming a shitstorm now. And there's a lot of different people coming out talking about it now, to the point where Jimmy, MrBeast himself, had to make a response yesterday. And now MrBeast, he's hired a independent third-party company to come in and do an investigation.
Yeah, that's weird.
The company that I'm paying to come investigate me, we're going to get their result. Get the fuck out of here. Jake the Viking, who we're friends with, he's made several comments on this, essentially one saying that Jimmy knew. He then made other comments towards to geeksgamers.com. We have a full breakdown and article on the website of our interview with Jake the Viking, talking specifically about all of this. But one thing that's been really interesting is that a lot of big time creators had no problem speaking out about Dr. Disrespect, but a lot of them have been shying away from talking about the MrBeast Kris Tyson story. And even when they make a comment on it, it's reluctant. They're very reluctant to go, well, we need to see what the facts are first before you didn't need to do that with Dr. Disrespect. You didn't need to do that with Doc. They didn't care about the facts then. They didn't care about anything then. But you have a freak who left his family to go pretend to be a woman. And by the way, and I don't know, like there's YouTube and then there's Twitter. And there's different things that you can get away with on Twitter that you can't get away with on YouTube. I, under no circumstance, am going to be referring to Kris Tyson as a she. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
If I just have to stop talking about this person, I will not refer. I've seen so many people running with that bullshit. And it's like, stop. Fucking stop. It's a grown-ass fucking man, okay?
Yeah.
That's who it is. And so if I just have to, on YouTube anyway, if I just have to stop saying this person, talking about this person at all, then that's what I'll do before I refer to this person as anything other than what they are. I've seen so many people saying that. And I'm like, this person is accused of grooming children and you want to respect some fucking pronouns? It drives me fucking crazy, dude. Drives me fucking crazy. So anyway,
because that's it. That's the shield that they have to keep people from talking about it. Because like if someone, YouTube respect, like, if some big streamer, decides that they want to make an opinion about that, they'll be like, most of their fan base have the that special little flag, they'll be their fan base will come after him saying, I thought you respected people, that are like that. You shouldn't go after them. You're creating them, whatever. I mean, it's just these are the people that certain group has catered to and has promoted by putting their bio in perfect harmony with whatever that progressive movement wants. What we're gonna do? I'm trying not to get political because that flag stuff yesterday, that really, oh my gosh, don't get me started. But it's like they put their little flags in their bio and their little pronouns and stuff like that, and so they can't speak bad about anyone that's on the same team. But you come out and say Trump 2024, or make fun of someone's pronouns, then hey man, any little thing, they're coming after you, man. They don't want you to exist anymore.
That's right. They
don't want you to have a presence. They don't want you to have a voice. They don't want you to have a following. They want nothing, like they don't want you to have nothing. Like, look at Gina. They don't want her to have anything, no career, no voice, no nothing. They want to label her things that will be exactly what they want, like a phobe, a racist, whatever. They want to label you guys these things and hope that it stays with you forever. That's the thing. And if it could stay with you, you'll lose everything because nobody wants to work with those type of people. So,
and you're dealing with, MrBeast, who's got a YouTube channel with 300 million subscribers, who has focused on making content that is for kids and surrounding himself. I'm not saying that MrBeast is supposed to know every private message that his crew is, having and all of that. We're talking about his best friend, who they apparently lived together for a while. That they literally were like together constantly. And a lot of the stuff that we're seeing is public comments that Kris Tyson made. Public stuff. So it's like at some point in time, when you have a friend who has made public comments about really inappropriate stuff, and you've spent significant time with this person, and this person then wants to pretend to be a woman, I think there's probably enough cause to go, you had to know something. But ultimately what it comes down to is MrBeast was not in a position because he has sold his soul to the powerful overlords out there. He wasn't in a position to go, yo, Kris, you might want to take a step back and go get your shit checked out, bro, because you're fucked up.
Somebody's not happy with us, Jeremy.
Mm.
Someone's not. We're talking about chickens for KFC. That's what we're talking about.
Listen, buddy. I know you're a big fan of MrBeast. I know you're a big fan. I know you were hoping to get featured in his next video. Okay. The reality of it is you're never going to accomplish anything in life looking like that. Okay. You're never going to accomplish anything. Like that selfie, honestly, I take that back. I got a serious cockroach infestation in one of my sheds. If you can give me that picture of you so I can hang it up, all those cockroaches are going to run for their fucking life from that picture. So if you could send that to me, okay, and I'll download it, and I'll download it as a PDF file, okay, and we can hang that up, and boom, it'll just scatter. It's over.
What the freak is that picture? Anyway, I won't highlight. All right, I'm done highlighting you. You got 2 out of me. That's it.
Oh man, but yeah,
I like I just had to do it.
back to the MrBeast stuff, but ultimately, yeah, to believe that he knew nothing is
yeah, come on.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch, and I will just say that I hope that everything gets worked out. I hope that I genuinely do, and I mean this. I hope that when it's all said and done, we do find out that Jimmy simply is a decent guy who got caught up in a really bad situation, and he was probably just too scared to address his friend's mental disorder because of the social pressure, which that is very understandable, by the way. It's very understandable because you can't really go after anything like that. And you know, with the world he's in, you're basically trained to go, I can't say anything even if I want to, type of thing in terms of like the mental illness scenario. I hope we do find out that Jimmy ultimately just was like not aware of the really bad stuff, and he chose to not rock the boat in terms of dealing with his friend's issues, his mental issues. So that would be the best case scenario in this whole thing. I don't know if that's realistic. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I can at least hope that that's how it turns out, because, you know, MrBeast he's done a lot of really cool stuff. He's now, one thing I'll say about it is people keep referencing all of that, and that's totally fine. But ultimately, a lot of the stuff he does is the camera seems to always be on, which ultimately benefits him. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Guess why I go on camera? To benefit me. Shocking, I know. YouTubers turn the camera on so we can make money. So ultimately, at the end of the day, you're still going to benefit. So we'll see how it all turns out. But what do you think, Jay? What do you think the end result here is? You think Jimmy's a terrible human being, or do you think he's just naive? I think naive is probably more likely than him being a terrible person.
I think as long as the internet is a weird place, and things are easily forgotten.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
unless you're Dr. Disrespect, apparently.
Yeah, well, that is true. Well, Jimmy didn't actually do anything, you know. I think his friend will probably disappear into the sunset, and if he just keeps making videos and just, you know, and if anybody asks him about it, he's like, yeah, well, I separated him from all the stuff that we're doing here. Then he'll just keep moving on. So
yeah.
Now Tyson is a different story. Now that, you know, he probably will disappear, you know, unless he comes out and he's like, maybe he'll come out dressed as a man, like, oh, I was really messed up. I'm gonna seek help. I don't know. Or maybe he'll get a tattoo on his face like Boogie to say I'm sorry for faking cancer.
Here's the problem, though. Look at this. So this is Rolling Stone. Dr. Disrespect knowingly sent explicit messages to minor former Twitch employees. That's the headline. Look at the headline here.
Yeah.
Ava Kris Tyson steps away from all things MrBeast amid transphobic attacks. That's you. I've seen a lot of people say this, and I'll repeat it. You don't hate the media enough. You do
they're
not
never
hate
our
the
friend.
media enough.
They all are in the same pocket, and they have things they want to push.
You don't hate the media enough. You don't hate the media enough. So right there, that is setting a tone right there for Doc. And it's also setting a tone right here for Kris Tyson. And they are horrible. The media is horrible. And all these big time streamers, this is how they get their marching orders right here.
Of course.
They see a headline like this and they realize, well, I can't say anything really that bad about Kris Tyson. So I'm just going to say, I'm so disappointed and I hope everyone is safe. Whereas when it's Dr. Disrespect, they can go all in and say how terrible of a person he is and how horrible he is, all of that. This is how they get their marching orders right here.
100%.
This is how they do it.
The email goes out.
It's fucking disgusting.
They get the call. This is what we got to do. This is how it is. And then, just like your tweet said about influencers on a much, much, much smaller scale, to see this, like going back to the Galactic Star Cruiser, to see these influencers being paid to try to convince people to spend $6,000 and tell that this is one of the greatest experience they've ever experienced in their, and they all said the same thing from TikTok to videos, and to see some of them having to delete those videos because their audience was like, you guys are just pushing something that's not true. You're just pushing it, and now we can't believe anything that you will ever say because of it. So this is what the media has done to themselves. I hope people see these streamers for what they are. That you shouldn't take anything that what they say for face value, because as soon as something becomes popular, trending, they'll blow in the wind, man. They'll put the next flag in their bio. That'll be it. What will be the next? Maybe Finland will be the next flag that they got to put in their bio, and they'll all have it, and they'll all have the right hashtag, and they'll all do that same thing, and some GoFundMe will be made, and and that'll be the next protected class, whatever it is.
Kai Cenat gets backlash for misgendering Kris Tyson.
Hey, look at that.
So Kai Cenat said, he's a weirdo, bro. It's fucked up. It's weird. How do you know the age of someone knowing you're a grown-ass man and still move forward? I don't understand it. He's going to apologize for this shit. The misgendering on purpose is so gross.
That's the thing. It's like, what? I hope he doesn't apologize, but
he will. He will.
That's like, like Kamala Harris's first. Did you see her campaign ad? All it is like gay flags. If that's real, like what is that? They were like, she released her first campaign. And it was like she's just walking through a gay. I'm like, what is that? Well, because it's the right flag to have at the right time for these people. That's just how it is.
Yep.
It's so bizarre to me.
The whole world is fucked right now, man.
Well, there's definitely a certain section that can't do anything, like you said, without getting orders. So either they live in fear, or they're getting paid, or they've just been brainwashed. I don't know. But if you're a free thinker, you better be ready. And it's not even about being a Trump supporter. It's about having your own opinion. Holy crap. Star Wars Theory can't say anything about Star Wars. His own opinion without people wanting him to die. I'm like, holy crap, man. So
and apparently that's okay. That's not toxic. That's not toxic to wish death on somebody over their Star Wars opinion.
Call him out for being a grifter,
But yeah, man, like this whole thing is wild, to say the least.
Oh, so it's not over yet, because what's going to happen? Is he going to release his investigation and go, my third-party investigation found that there was some pretty bad things being said, but nothing was really that bad. So we're just going to move forward. And if anybody has a problem, they can look at the investigation right here. There it is. You know what I mean? Like, is that what's going to happen?
It's probably what's that meme of Obama putting the medal on Obama? You know, that's pretty much what's going to be like.
100%.
Somebody meme Jimmy giving himself a medal right there. That's what we need, because that's what the investigation is going to be. That's all it's going to be. We've got a 50 from Jedi Shredder. Says this is why for decades gender dysphoria was classified a mental disorder. Many in that community need it normalized to pave the way for their MOPs. Live the way you wish. As soon as it infringes on or puts others in danger, civility goes out the window. Thank you, Jedi Shredder. Yeah, this story is going to open up a lot of different discussions across the board. And
100%.
Let's see. Kristen for 20 says, I'm concerned for all these kids who've been around Kris for all of these years. Has he done this to any other kids that were in any MrBeast videos? There's a lot of accusations out there right now, and here's what you're ultimately going to see. You're going to see a lot of people that are going to try to clout chase as well. So you're going to see a lot of people that are going to probably try to throw their name into this that may not have anything to do with it. That's part of it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the internet, unfortunately. But you're also going to see legitimate stories out there as well. Nate Houseman says, Kris, Tyson, Destiny, Boogie, Tenacious D, the Secret Service director, and Biden all inflamed this month. New recordings on my channel. Shameless plug over. Hey, nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. Sensei Paul says, all the content creators who won't say anything about the situation, they are all in MrBeast creator video. He made them compete for money. The creators don't want to lose that. It's true. Golden Nugget says the left went from wanting inclusion to excluding straight white guys to then letting all the freaks to letting in all the freaks. Well done. Is it any wonder why tensions are high? They are higher than they've ever been. Social media doesn't help, that's for sure. Predon Corp says, Jeremy, I thought you literally got butthurt from your cross-country seatless unicycling tour and then got AIDS and died. Glad to see you're okay. WB, you're still gay. Geeks and Gamers corn the long way. Thank you. Oh, fuck. If somebody just finds this channel and hears how the audience talks to us, they're probably like traumatized.
I know.
They're like, what have I?
I know. What is this?
James Norman says, nice of you guys to do a lead-in show for Gary and Az talking to Mark Millar today. Hail the Fellowship, the 199, the GCA, the Dojo, and the Norman Conquest. Thank you. Me says, Jay is so funny naturally. He's not funny when he tries to be.
Yeah,
he is naturally funny, that's for sure. Zero the Hero says, I came up with a new nickname for Kamala, the Cacolites. Mr. Groomer says, sorry, I'm lazy, Jeremy. So am I. RIP Jeremy says, way too lazy, Jeremy. Brer says, Jay is the Hodor of Geeks and Gamers. Are you Hodor? Have you seen Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Hold
the
the door.
Yeah.
You talking about the big naked retard that just holds the door and dies? Like, that's all I do around here. So I hold the door and I can't speak right. And people call me Hodor because I'm trying to say hold the door, but I'm so mentally messed up. I just drool on myself. I have one moment in history. That's a one moment. That's it. I just got to put my big self on this door. I'll take it.
Philip Johnson says, Jeremy's right. That's a face only a mother could love. Hercules says he's probably an illegal. Mr. Groomer says, roast my pick, Jeremy. Oh, he changed his pick.
He changed his avatar to the other guy.
Freedon Court says, Geeks and Gamers a long way. Thank you. Canalist says, hail, Geeks and Gamers. I stand with Gina Carano. I hope Disney has to give her tens of millions of ownership of Cara Dune, especially since Disney clearly has no intent of doing anything with the character. That is very true. That is very true. Golden Nugget says, Jeremy died of AIDS. You are watching AI. Proof of life required. Pre-Dawn Corp says, I agree with Special J. Look at that, Jay. Look at that. And Jay, we are at the end of another episode of Geeks and Gamers Daily. What do you got going on, man?
Videos and getting ready for Achromatic Chronicles Green. We're very, very close to launch.
Very close. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're just making sure like the pages, you know, everything from the artist and everything is looking good and fits well. And yeah. So I think we're gonna get like a couple sample books first just to make sure everything looks good, and then we'll be off to the races. So
there we go.
I can't wait.
Coley says, I wasn't going to insult Jay. The man just did it himself.
I do that sometimes.
Cable Watson says, chat, is Kris Tyson as hot as Emma Rose? Emma Rose.
I don't even want to look that up.
Gregory says, roast my pig, Jeremy. Jake's here. Says, y'all suck.
Oh, hey, Jake.
All right, so we are going to wrap this up. It's going to be fun. Today is I will see Deadpool today. I did finish Cobra Kai season 6, at least the first the first part of the 3-parter, which is bullshit. And but looking forward to that. And then I might do a gaming stream later tonight. We will see. Jay,
wow.
you gonna play Fortnite with me?
Of course, I've been playing.
Is it? I haven't. Is it good? Like, have they done anything new to it?
No, it's still the same.
I'm kind of.
I just been doing the pirate missions. So like they have like little pirate missions where you got to talk to the different crew members of the, you know, Barbosa and all that, and then you get little pirate rewards. So I just been doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
The Black Pearl's in it now. Like you can go land on the Black Pearl and like fight. That's pretty neat. So.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Check out Meta PCs. Use promo code 199. Yeah. We're not gonna do Geeks or 199. We're like Beardo fucks it all up. It's 199. Use the promo code 199 Meta PCs. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out today's live stream, and we will talk to all of you later. Say bye, Jay.
Say bye, Jay. Bye.